your neighbor.
You're listening to the #1 internet radio station
on the planet. WBND Radio.
Home of the Brothers in Demand radio show.
This is gospel music.
Monday, May
24/7. Go tell your neighbor.
You're listening to the #1 internet radio station
on the planet. WBND Radio.
Home of the Brothers in Demand radio show.
This is gospel music 24/7.
The opinions expressed in this show do not reflect the views of WBND Studios or any associated affiliates.
Request you as a friend, and next thing you know, you got duplicate accounts created and everything else. I don't like all that.
WBND Radio.
We're gonna share
Everywhere. Beloved community
Monday at 8:30 p.m.
Live purposefully.
Love purposefully on Ty
Cody on purpose.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good morning. What's
What
going
up, family?
on? What's going on? What's going on? For those who are just tuning in, we were just talking off air on Facebook Live, and it is Monday, May 22nd, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Cody told me like literally 2.5 seconds ago on Facebook Live, and I really just forgot just that quick. It is Monday, May 22nd,
babe.
Yeah.
You said 21st.
No, I don't know what I said, but because y'all know I don't keep up with the days. All I know is a Monday, and that's what matters to me. Like, it's Monday. It's Ty and Cody on purpose time. That's
true. That's all that matters.
All
right?
that matters. So
Put that in the calendar. You good?
Exactly. Good, man. Great idea.
First things first.
So for those who don't get my reminders, because I actually do send out reminders via the text club. So if you're not a text club member, you need to join the text club. Go ahead and put it on your actual your calendar. Great idea. Put it on your calendar. The Ty and Cody on Purpose show each and every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. on WBNDradio.com. Like to share information with you all each and every day, Monday through Friday, just to uplift and encourage and empower you as you go through this thing called marriage. Or if you're even in the process of getting ready to be married, you're engaged or interested in being married, the Ty and Cody on Purpose show is for all of you. So we just like to do something with the text club. Very simple. All you have to do to join the text club is text the letters APLMC to the number 81680. Again, that's APLMC to 81680. I'll repeat it again later for those of you all who are a little late to the show. But as usual, again, y'all, thank y'all for joining. Ty and Cody on
I'm glad
Purpose.
to be here.
Glad to be in the service one more time.
Listen.
Ain't that what they say in the church?
Mm-hmm.
That's the old school church.
Old school. I'm just glad to be in the house of the Lord.
Exactly. They get up and get the
God
old
is good.
testimonials before church.
I just want to thank God for keeping me in my right mind, health, and strength. I just want to thank God for preparing, all that.
Exactly. How come we don't do that in church no more? Get back to old testimonies.
It's missing. Because it's all about praise and worship now. I'm be honest with you. It is. It's about the drums and the keyboard and the hoop-ha. Hey!
So the shallow stuff.
Yep. I want to get back to the old but you know what? Testimonies get me excited.
Really?
Because we did that this past week, as a matter of fact. We went back old school a little bit, and we just went around the room and said, tell us, what happened. And just hearing it makes you go, oh, my goodness. And before you know it, the spirit just raised up.
I think it's good because it makes you aware of those who you fellowship and you fellowship with, because you don't know what people are dealing with behind their everyday personas. You come to church looking good, or you may see them at work or out in the street looking good, but you really don't know what they may be going through, and that may be an opportunity for you to be able to reach out and pray, or reach out and help, or for something.
If nothing else, it encourages you to say, wow, if God could do that for them,
He could do it for me.
Exactly.
Now I'm coming around with the okie doke. That's why I got this smile on my face, because it's always a clap and slap for me. Like, you know what? I love it.
Bring it.
But I remember growing up, man, there was this one lady. She always came with the same story every
time.
Like,
heard this story before.
Either your call got disconnected or you on the wrong line. Jesus on the main line. Get him on the main one. Listen. Jesus.
Like, we done heard this story before. Ladies, sit down.
Lord, my
You tell
sugars.
the same story
like,
every week. Right.
But God is good. We love
all the time.
each and every last one of you guys for tuning in.
Exactly. Thank y'all for tuning in. Ty and Cody on purpose. We done got sidetracked for a second, but you know how we like to do. We just again, our show is open dialogue. We like to talk, and we like to hear from our radio as well as our Facebook audience. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, go ahead and ping us. Go ahead and tweet us. Go ahead and put a message in the comment section. Cody and I, we check it all the time. It's actually right there at the bottom. You can see, or give us a call live in the studio, 803-692-6370. We love to hear from you. We got an action-packed show today, so let's go ahead and jump in with dun my joke of the week. Again, y'all, I do not make up the jokes. I just find the jokes funny.
Or so you say.
You laughed last week.
This is true.
Let's see how we do with this one. Again, I ain't making no promises, but let's see how we go. All right, here we go. A wife arrived home after a long shopping trip and was horrified to find her husband in bed with a young, lovely thing. Just as she was about to storm out of the house, her husband stopped her with these words. Before you leave, I want you to hear how this all came about. Now, first of all, why would you want to do that? Okay, sorry, that ain't part of the joke. Okay, I want you to hear how this all came about. Driving home, I saw this young girl looking poor and tired, and I offered her a ride. She was hungry, so I brought her home and fed her some of your roast you had forgotten about in the refrigerator. Her shoes were worn out, so I gave her a pair of your shoes you didn't wear because they were out of style. She was cold, so I gave her that new birthday sweater you never wore once because the color didn't suit you. Her slacks were worn out, so I gave her a pair of yours because you don't fit them anymore. Then, as she was about to leave the house, she paused and asked, is there anything else that your wife doesn't use anymore? And so here we are.
Love it. It's
That's
classic.
an excuse. That's
Listen,
a poor excuse.
ladies, start using your stuff.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. Listen.
Exactly. Don't see. You never know. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and so all the things that she tossed aside, including her man,
Oh my!
someone else decided to make good on.
I'm not going there. I'm gonna be nice tonight. Listen,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Rochelle laughed. Thank you, Rochelle. She found it funny.
because I
Yeah,
know
it
what
is
some
funny.
ladies are saying, that a lot of men collect all these tools, but some tools they don't use. So
Show enough.
just saying.
It works both ways. Don't get me wrong. It's not just on the ladies. It's not just, ladies, because why is it that people don't realize what they have until it's gone, until it's after the fact?
I was listening to this seminar, I think it was 2 weeks ago, or a conference, and this lady made a great point. She said, if you take care of your marriage often and early, you can enjoy a healthy sex life way into your 80s and 90s.
Woo!
Guaranteed. She says, now some, impotency and all that, but there is that you
Yeah,
can
if you eat right.
and keep
Exercise,
because when you keep your blood flow going, if you keep all your pipes clean, men keep your pipes clean, everything works out well. But when you don't flush your pipes and they get clogged up, listen, ladies,
that's when you start having those medical issues.
just
and you
saying,
start
I'm just
wondering why
throwing
things
it
don't
out
work
there.
the
It's after
same
8 o'clock
and-
now, so keeping it real.
Exactly. Keep it real. But truth be told, but again, let's be real. Again, take care of what you have while you have it. Don't wait until you realize someone else is eyeing your man, someone else is eyeing your woman, and now all of a sudden you wondering, well, what happened?
Yeah, and the key word that I used in that was healthy.
Yeah.
Because when you keep things healthy, you'll have a healthy life from, your health all the way down to your bedroom.
Exactly. So, while my jokes sometimes are not funny, Cody, they always have a message.
They have a point.
They
I
always
love
have a
it.
point
They
behind them.
do. You did
Hey,
well.
he's on fire now. He's like, what,
Yeah, I'm like
3 weeks in a row?
Yeah, 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, I needed a bell or a cheer or something.
Ding, ding, ding.
Exactly. That means a lot coming from my wife. So, national days, y'all. I go with
ready.
the national days. These are pretty interesting that I always find them on the internet. Can't tell you where I find them from. Can't give away my secrets. But did you all know today is National Buy a Musical Instrument Day? Y'all know my
Yes.
my family is. You didn't know that?
I did.
Oh, pretty. How'd you know?
I heard it on the radio.
Oh, see, you heard it on the radio. Womp, womp, womp. They steal my joke before I even get to them. But our family is a pretty musically inclined family, so we like to have our kids. Our daughter and our son play the trumpet. Another one actually sings in the chorus, and the other one is actually a self-taught piano player. So that's pretty cool. So and of course, as you all know, Cody is the voice of the family. She has the pipes where she sings and lets her voice be heard. And today is also National Vanilla Pudding Day. Then we have National Scavenger Hunt Day, which is on the 24th.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah. And then National Lucky Penny Day on the 23rd. So I guess that's tomorrow, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Then Brothers Day is on the 24th. That's a pretty good, interesting one. I don't have any biological brothers, but I will say the brothers-in-laws that I have, I've grown pretty, close to and pretty cool with. And so I would definitely be giving my brother-in-laws shout-outs, as well.
Frat brothers, fraternity brothers?
Well, no, but not really.
Okay.
But then, and then I have, brothers not necessarily by blood, but also by marriage, like my mother's side. So shout out to E, because I know E is listening.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so I'll be, sending all my brothers, a text or something. Y'all reach out to your brothers. Sometimes us men, we just need encouragement and just to reach out, just to encourage and talk sometimes. So I'll be reaching out to all my brothers on the 24th.
Nice.
Then here's two pretty interesting ones that kind of go hand in hand, in my opinion. National Brown Baguette Day is on the 25th.
Come on.
And National Wine Day is on the 25th.
I need
so
that.
brown baguette, is that like take your lunch?
Yeah, exactly. Get you a brown bag, take it to
that's lunch.
Yeah, what you thought brown bag was?
Look,
you thought liquor? Man.
Back in the day, Coke 45 was the brown bag day. I was of the world, but I wasn't in the world. I know what's going on. When that brown bag came out the convenience store, it won't bubble gum.
Coke 45.
It wasn't bubble gum.
It was cylinder shape, and it was. And see, they had those tall cans back then.
No, they still got them.
Okay.
You can still get the tall can.
Coke 45, Miller High Light, those kind of things. Oh, yeah. Brown baguette. See, you make bag lunch. See, I ain't did bag lunch since I was like 4.
But see, there you go.
They don't bag lunch.
Brown bag day.
Yeah, we do.
For real?
Yeah.
If some people, instead of buying the nice fancy lunch boxes, you just get your nice little brown bag. Yeah.
Take your lunch in.
Where I been,
it's
man?
It's recyclable.
Dude, since fast food, man, people don't bag it no more, man.
They put fast food in bags.
Okay, look. I'm upgrading now. Get your brown bag out. Brown bags are back, and they're recyclable.
As well as National Wine Day. So go ahead and stick a bottle of wine in your brown bag. Exactly.
And wine is healthy. Did you know that wine? Red wine. Let me make sure to clarify that. Yes, that red wine will help prevent heart attacks.
Just like red wine and chocolate.
Now, does it have to be expensive, though?
No, it doesn't.
Because I do like the $6 bottle.
There are antioxidants, I believe it is, that are in red wine. They come in the with the red grapes that are actually, like you said, that are good for your health. Again, in moderation.
And it's best that it's not a dessert red wine, because dessert red wines are sweeter.
Okay.
So you really need to stick to the true
Chardonnays,
red, the dry. The Chardonnay is typically white.
Oh, see, listen. See, you tell. But I guess I was going to ask you guys, like, what's the most expensive bottle you've ever had? Because I've been watching these little TV shows, and they be going in that cabinet, and they was like, yo, this bottle right here, special occasion.
Yeah.
Most expensive I've had was years ago, but at a work function, and it was right around $500 for the bottle.
Nope.
Based off what you drank, did you taste the difference? Because I want to know.
I will say, though, back then I was still an amateur.
So you really couldn't.
So, well, maybe I can, because now I'm picky about my wines, and I think it's because of that.
Not me. I'm like you. I'm like, give me the $5.99 on no, I'm joking. No, but we do usually, the wines that we have, they're not expensive. They, the bottle is usually no more than $20-$30.
Okay.
Yeah.
The most we probably spent was maybe $40-$50.
$45, yeah.
I did actually buy me a collector's edition, Redskins edition wine bottle that I just won't open. I take that back. I have two. I have
what year
one
is it?
that's autographed. I really don't know. I have to look.
So I'm trying to watch my years. I got like a 2011. I mean, that's 6 years.
I have one that's autographed that I don't think I'll probably ever open unless the Redskins win the Super Bowl.
Nice.
And then I have another one which I'll just open whenever we have a decent
You know what? I
season.
still want to be your friend, so I'm not going to comment on that bottle.
Don't hate.
Look, they should have kept RG3. That's all I'm saying.
RG3 should have kept himself. I'm an RG3 fan, and I really do like RG3.
Start Kaepernick too.
Yeah, he needs to be picked up exactly. But that's football season. That's coming in a couple of months. National Wine Day. But this is something that I actually heard that I want to hear you all's opinion on Facebook and WB&D Radio family and our other social media family. 803-692-6370. So I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, and I'm a part of me being a travel agent. I do travel. People are like, God, you a Jamaican, you got 50 jobs. Yeah, okay, I do. Mm-hmm. I have 50 jobs. I do travel on the side as well. And I'm a part of a travel group, and in that travel group, I saw a question or a post where someone said they have something called vacation ships. Someone asked me what vacation ships are. No? Okay.
What are vacation ships?
Thank you. I'm glad you all asked. Slow people. So vacation ships are basically when a man and a woman, they're not in a technical relationship with one another, but they go on vacation and they become a couple only while on vacation.
Get out of here.
So you may live in California and she may live in, DC or New York, and you all decide, hey, let's, you talking via social media or whatever it may be, and you decide, let's go to Hawaii. And you meet up in Hawaii and you are a couple while on vacation. And then you go back to your respective houses and you really say that's pretty much it, and you're back to being single again. You do your own thing and you decide to get back up.
So when you're on vacation, you have to stick to the rules of the relationship of this is my girl. I can't,
Well, see, I don't know. And I don't know the rules of it, but I mean, because other than outside of you get together when you, or there are people who actually decide I'm going on vacation just to hook up.
Because travel buddies is one thing, but then when we meet up and we're together, and that's the only time.
Yeah, most people when they get together, that's the only time they gonna enjoy that time together
with that person.
But you never know. Some people have that alternative lifestyle, which I don't condone.
They can turn it on and off,
in which they can, they do whatever they want to do when they're on vacation.
So you only have this relationship on vacation.
On vacation.
And after the vacation is done, there's no communication.
Well, you may communicate here and there, but it's not, I'm tied to you.
And it's not like a long distance relationship. Right. Interesting.
It's not like I'm tied to you, my girlfriend, she lives, in the state 20 miles over or 20 states over.
I don't know, Ty, man.
How successful is that?
I was going to say, is that healthy?
No, sorry. Because now you're robbing yourself of real love, real romance, in case somebody comes along on your vacation and it's like, you know what, I got a temporary love here and I met someone, I don't know.
But what do you do in case you do meet somebody at home? Let's say, again, you're in New York, she's in California, and now all of a sudden you got this vacation buddy, quote unquote, that you go off on vacation with, and then you come back home, you're single, and then all of a sudden you meet someone and you go, oh, do I drop my vacation buddy now, or like,
or do you?
Or what if you catch feelings for this vacation buddy?
Yeah.
And because the rules have been written that you're only going to communicate or only seeing each other during a vacation. That's just too.
Do they establish rules up front? Hey, when we vacate, we.
So watch this. Just so you know, Ty.
Okay.
I have a vacation buddy that I travel with. It's not really my girlfriend, but it's my vacation buddy, and when we, once a year, that's what we do. It's kind of like having a girlfriend on the side once a year. I'm just saying.
So Tracy Blue actually said that's weird. It's kind of like a date, actually, just a 3 to 5 day date. Tracy Blue.
Okay.
So is she feeling this or not? I don't even know what's going on here. I'm getting uncomfortable. Okay, that's interesting.
I like that. That's a different perspective.
That's a great
it's like
perspective.
but you have this 3 to 5 day date, and you have this however often you choose to get together.
That's a great point, because you know how you go on a vacation and you're looking for somebody, and it's like, dang, you can't find nobody. Now the vacation's kind of like, you know what, I enjoyed it, but I really didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, because you was kind of by yourself.
But at least you're guaranteed a date on vacation.
But again, is it healthy? Because like Cody said, what if you develop long-term feelings though?
Ask for more and see, and let the chips fall where they may.
See where it goes.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
Or I'm pretty sure there are some who this probably works for them. where they don't want the commitment.
Man, look, you just said the key word work. You know what? It's Christian rated, but I gotta say, what's the difference between that and an escort? Like, I could pay somebody for that. Like, I'll pay you $50. You hang out with me, I'll pay for the room and everything. Is that the same thing as hooking? I'm just saying. Listen,
no,
not if because you're not paying for it. You're both mutually agreeing.
I'm just saying. Listen,
I just thought it was kind of odd, and somebody I know, not mentioning no names, Cody, said, yeah, in my younger days, this probably would have worked for me.
I ain't gonna lie, it would have. Because I am the type of person where I like your company, then I need my space. So this would have worked perfect for me.
Well, I'm gonna have a conversation when I get home.
I'm like Mr. Entertainment though. I'm the type of person. Yeah, if I go somewhere, and to a certain degree, I would have liked it when I probably would have younger. But at the same time, I'm the type of person that would have caught feelings.
I would want.
So I'd have been calling you.
Yeah, you would have.
And then Cody would be like, "Don't call me till next year."
Our vacationships are we only see each other during vacations. You're breaking the rules.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, but I'd have been the guy that'd been like, "Yo, so what you doing? We going on vacation again sometime soon? Like, how's your day?" You're like, well,
and don't matter how far you move, he will make sure he feels like he's right here. You can literally move 1,000 miles away.
Gotcha. Tracy again says, and just saying, it's no different than meeting at the club and having a one-night stand. You think so? Except it's like a 3 to 5 day night stand?
No, because now you're hooking up once every quarter or so. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I remember hooking up at the club, you know what I'm saying? And you meet this person. It's so awkward now that I'm thinking about it. And then it's like, what was I thinking? And then it's like, do I really want to see this person again? Like stats. And she already knows, do I really want to call her? And then I was like, you know what? And then it ended up working out. So listen.
Gotcha.
Or some people may look at this as this is kind of the trial and error. Let me see how this person is on vacation. Do they really know how to relax? Do they really know how to have fun? If not, you've taken this test, you didn't pass, next.
But that's a long way to go to be trying to test somebody. Because you ain't want to get up
on vacation too.
Yeah, but okay, key example, and I had somewhere else I was going to go with this, but key example, and I hate to call this person out, but they don't listen to the show, it's okay.
Don't call no names.
My father.
Oh, God.
I know this person.
My father.
You know what? You are so disrespectful.
Dang, Dad.
No. Okay. My father, he's up in age. He likes the company of people. Now, he doesn't have vacation ships.
Okay.
He has, a relationships that he has with, his friend or whatever. He denies, and I don't know. But, one point in time, I'm going to get beat up by Cody after this. One point in time, they actually went out of town, but they had a disagreement. And after that disagreement, she left. While they were in where they were away from home. So then
but you're all adults. So if you're not having a good time, I have every right to keep it moving.
Yeah, it's true, but that'd be
or if there's awkward. A rift, why?
Because you were supposed to be a vacation ship.
No, it was not a vacation
Mr.
ship.
Commitment says he wants it.
He is. Woo, good Lord.
Yeah, that's my dude, son.
Yes, Ariel, you get to see the faces I get to see every day when I say something that Cody doesn't agree with. But okay, so this is my twist on it, and this is my final say on vacation ships. Here's my solution to vacation ships. Go on a vacation ship with your spouse, where you role play. So once you get on the plane, she's no longer Cody. She can be Nikki. I can be, I don't know. I was about to say something crazy for a second, but I can be somebody completely different.
Drake.
And you have, that like same type of fling, and then, you get back on the plane, you can go back to being Cody, I can go back to being Ty.
Kind of like Stella got her groove back.
See, again, Cody's face.
What difference does it make whether or not you're who you say you are, because or if you're playing somebody different?
It makes it fun.
It makes it fun. You're leaving that who you are behind. You're leaving the kids. You're leaving the job. You're leaving
doing that regardless.
And if it's try before you buy, what's the difference with you faking it? Listen, let's
because for instance, like I heard a guy on the radio today, and he said this past weekend he took his 2 daughters to get manicures and pedicures. And after that, he went out with his girlfriend. After he left his girlfriend, he went out with his side piece. And after he went out with his side piece, he went out with his wife. He said,
"Oh, heck no."
And it wasn't as bad as what you thought it was. Why? Because all 3 are the same person.
Oh, that's
so,
just wrong.
As Cody rolls her eyes, what is wrong with having those different personas or whatever that you can say, okay, let me be.
It's mental cheating.
Yeah, but you're right. But you're not really cheating. You're having your relationship with your same person. You're just, people role play like that. Obviously, you can tell in our household we don't.
Because when I tried, somebody laughed at me.
I did not laugh. You laughed at yourself. It was funny. But, But I
like Tracy's answer. She says, I don't need to test you on vacation. I need to test you when my light bill due to see if you go help me out. That's my girl. I'm with you on that one.
Like, yo.
Yes.
$350 on this light bill, son.
Vacation ships, y'all. Are they legit? Are they healthy? Are they not? We don't know.
That's
the verdict is up in the air. Ping us, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We want to know from you all. It's about that time. Don't go anywhere. We're getting ready to take a quick, short break, and we'll be right back. We're actually still talking about the 10 Commandments. We got 10 Commandments for the husbands this week. So we've changed it up a little bit, and let's see what the 10 Commandments for the husbands are. Don't go anywhere. The Ty and Cody Show will be right back.
Are you cooking tonight? Yes, if we're not going out tonight now. How was your day?
Fine. How was your day?
Fine.
Do you want to go to a movie?
I'm good.
Does this look like your marriage? Does your marriage feel strained?
Do you feel like your marriage is slipping away? Is your communication not effective?
Reboot your marriage with the Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, where we're here to help guide and give you the tools you need to make your marriage healthy and successful.
Visit us at aplmcoaching.com.
Or you may contact us via email at coach@aplmcoaching.com or give us a call at 888-466-6104. Live purposefully.
Love purposefully.
Because your marriage matters.
It's Ty and Cody on purpose.
Ty and Cody Show with WBND Radio.
It's Ty and Cody on purpose. WBND Radio.
We're doing marriage unfiltered. Ty and Cody Show.
WBNDradio.com.
Catch us every Monday at 8:30 p.m.
Welcome back. Good afternoon, good night, good evening, good morning. Cody done completely threw me off. You can't ask me questions right before we go on air.
My bad. I didn't have my earrings. Sorry, family.
Yeah, he said, "Are you all ready?" Yeah, we are. So, do you put turmeric in this, or do you put? I'm sorry. So, Y'all always notice before, for those who watch us on Facebook and in YouTube, we actually are in here drinking like sodas and waters and tea and juice and stuff to keep us hydrated because, you know, talking, we talk for a whole hour straight for the most part. And so Cody's drinking a shake that I usually make for the past 3 years now, I want to say. My mother bought us a NutriBullet, and I've been making literally shakes almost every day, Monday through Friday. And I'm not a breakfast person, so it's like my breakfast. And so our NutriBullet died twice. So we got a Nutri Ninja, and so she was saying how good her shake is, and she wanted to know what was actually in her shake.
And that's better than juicing, right? Because you chop everything up and you keep
everything.
Yeah, see, I like juicing,
it grinds it all up.
I've wasted so much stuff. I'm like, hold on, I only get an ounce out of that. Oh heck no, that got expensive.
Yeah.
I was looking at stats
I had a juice the other day from this company, and I just didn't care for it at all. I was just like, hey, I'll stick to my smoothies.
So you get the pulp, everything in there. Love it.
Yeah.
And it still gets the flavor.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very good.
And we try to put stuff in it just to keep you, like, you know, like you said earlier, to clean those pipes out and keep you healthy and things like that, you know. So that's what we, you know, try to keep in it to make it.
So this is my dinner for tonight.
Exactly. Welcome back. Ty and Cody on Purpose Show, WB&D Radio family. We are talking about the 10 Commandments for husbands today. So, you all know, for the past couple of weeks, we were just doing the regular 10 Commandments of a marriage, and we actually went through those, and those were pretty cool. And so tonight we're actually going to shoot through the 10 Commandments for husbands, and next week we'll jump on the 10 Commandments for wives. We got to make it fair. We ain't going to just jump on everybody and, you know, one just leave, not the other. But these, again, are pretty interesting that, you know, that I actually found and thought they would be a pretty good topic to discuss with you all. The number here in the studio, in case you want to join in the conversation, is 803-692-6370, or as we always say, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so forth. We love to hear from you all. So, number 1 of our 10 commandments for husbands are, thou shalt not take thy wife for granted, but will honor and respect her as thy equal. And that actually ties into 1 Peter 3:7, which says, husbands, likewise, submit by living with your wife in ways that honor her, knowing that she is the weaker partner. Honor her all the more as she is also a co-heir of the gracious care of life. Do this so that your prayers won't be hindered. Yeah, so honoring your wife and respect her as your equal, which is a touchy topic because most people think, you know, of their wives must submit, and then when you get to the whole thing of submitting, you get people thinking, you know, your wife should be under you instead of you as your equal. But right here in 1 Peter, it even says, make her your equal and honor her as such.
Yeah, I think to look into that, one of the key words for honor when you look at it is distinction, recognition, privilege, glory, kudos, prestige. A lot of those key words, it lets you know that, you know, your wife has value. Yes. You know, she's precious in the eyes of God, but she also should be precious in your eyes. So you should look at her like it's a privilege to have her in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Do you not realize? And it's funny because I literally look at Cody like that. And I don't think she sometimes knows it, but I do. Like, and even in our morning prayer, I always thank God for putting her in my life because I'm a different man with her in my life. That, you know, she's helped me grow to be who I am. She may not realize it. She may not see it. She's like, oh, but I'm just me. And I'm like, yeah, you know, actually bring that value to my life that I have no choice but to honor you. And Mr. Entertainment's over here, you know, getting emotional.
I do because, you know, I always do. Because when I look at Cody, I always see the traits of my wife. And a lot of times when she said, I do, a lot of times it's like, you know what, it has that whole thing to do with self, right? Self-worth, self-value, self-appreciation, self-awareness. So when you look at all those key things and then your husband brings what he does and he looks, it's like he's looking through what you look at in the mirror. So in that heart holds the treasures to your man. And he's taken that heart and he says, you know what? I want this. So whatever's on the outside, that shell, that exosuit, all of that, no, that may, you know, that could be gone through,
that
you
can
know,
fade away.
you know, old age or whatever. But that heart, that thing will shine forever, boy.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's true.
dude, I can go all night on this one. Keep
You know what I'm
going.
saying? I love and I honor and I respect my wife like crazy.
I don't blame
And so
you.
I encourage, and it does something for your marriage in general if you start to honor and respect your spouse. You know, it just, you know, it puts a different light on your marriage, and you start to walk and talk and just love differently, especially when you honor them with the same love that you have and respect that you have for, you know, our Father. It's like, you know, hey, you just go from there.
Another key word was observe. That's another key word when it comes to honor.
Gotcha.
So all that ties right in.
Number 2, thy highest allegiance, except God, shall be to thy wife, not to thy relatives
Not the
or
flag?
friends, not to the allegiance of the United States.
Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, and I'm reading the easy read version, says, that is why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife. In this way, two people become one. So what do you say to those mama boys?
You must have took the words right out of my mouth.
Man, you gotta let them go, because we watch a show. Cody and I watch a show that comes on. What is it? Women's
I think it's Wednesdays.
We show.
No, Lifetime,
No,
maybe.
Lifetime. Yeah, I don't know. It's all the women's channel.
You said WE?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she said it's Lifetime.
It's
I think it
Lifetime.
used to come on We or something.
Oh.
I don't know. Marriage at First Sight.
I love that
That's-
show.
It's
Haven't
a
seen
show
it.
called Marriage at First Sight, and so these individuals get together and they go through this process where they meet the counselors and so forth, and they pair them.
And it's
together.
reality.
Yeah, it's a reality show.
Marriage at First
But they
Sight.
pair them together with another person. You know, obviously another male or another female, and they literally, when they meet for the first time, they are walking in. The husband's at the altar and the wife is walking in, and it's like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I do."
The strangers, so they are complete strangers, and they have invested their trust into these experts to go through a round of interviews and trying to pair these strangers to a mate.
Yeah.
And the first time they meet is actually and they go through an 8-week
Marriage, right?
No,
They're
it's
legit.
real.
They're legitimately real. They're
It's
legally,
real.
Yeah, bound. There have been situations when we watch this show, and there have been mama's boys, and it's like, how do you deal with that with someone who you just met and you just, you know? Or there's the one on the season that we're watching now. Like, you know, now that we're married, don't get me wrong, I know that we're still sort of strangers, but in order for our marriage to be successful, in order for us to really make this work, because the whole premise of the show is we're married, will we actually last past these 6 to 8 weeks? Or will we, you know, call it quits at the end of the 8 weeks and go about our own separate ways? So he's like, now that we're actually married and we legitimately signed up for this, for the long haul, I'm not asking you to get rid of your sister,
Listen.
but I'm asking her to stay out of our marriage. Those things in which you used to do with your sister or your mom or your dad and things like that, you know, talking to them, because she was like, it's going to be hard for me not to call them and tell them about the things that we do or we don't do. It's not that you can't, but you have to do that with reason. You can't sit there and go run to your sister,
tell
your
them all
mom,
your
and
business.
say, oh, Cody did this,
Yeah.
Ty did this. You know, it creates havoc.
I think detachment is a national epidemic. Is, you know, trying to be detached from someone that you've spent so much, like your best friend, your parents, your whatever. Like, you just wean to those people. You know what I'm saying? They're your go-to. But at some point, it's okay. Let me just go here for a second. It's like, I don't want to compare it, but it's like video games. I would say alcohol, but that's a pretty big one. But let's say your video games. For you to say, I want you to give up your video games just like that.
It is a process, but it's something that, and that's why so that way you're preparing yourself to realize that over through the process of this coaching or this counseling or whatever it is you're going through, that, you know, you're realizing, okay, I have to make some changes. I have to make some compromises. And that's one of the things that you have to sort of wean yourself
Absolutely.
off of.
And I'm not saying I'm for it or against it, but I'm playing a little advocate here to look at the flip side to say, you know what, for you to say, hey Cody, I want you to give up your best friend of X amount of years. Again, she's supposed to, but and then for Cody, like, look, and then now your best friend looking at you sideways, like, okay, you got a husband, so we're through. So it's almost like you're divorcing your friendship, or you got to find balance.
There you go. It's to find balance. Number 2 is, you don't actually get rid of your relatives or your friends, but you find that balance, like you said.
Key. Good stuff.
Number 3. Thou shalt frequently tell thy wife how important and how valuable she is to thee. Goodness gracious. Frequently.
Valuable.
This goes back to what we talked about a couple weeks ago, when we sat there and said, okay, we focus so much on the negativity in our relationships and our spouses and everything that they do, that we don't focus more on the positive stuff. The value that they bring to us, the value that they bring to our families, the value that they bring to our marriages and so forth. Why don't we take that time and focus on that? So with that, and I don't know if you have it. Okay, go ahead.
Philippians 2:3 says, and whatever you do, don't let selfishness or pride be your guide. Be humble and honor others more than yourselves.
Yes. My version actually says, don't do anything for selfish purposes, but with humility think of others as better than yourselves. Instead of each person watching out for their own good, watch out for what is better for others. So again, what value, is your spouse bringing? And acknowledge frequently, Mr. Entertainment. He's sitting there looking like, frequently. Yes. Frequently, what value do they bring to the table?
Yeah.
Because there is some value. You didn't marry them just because they were fine, and some people probably did, or just because, they had this, that, and the third. But what deeper level did you really marry?
Well, I think I said it earlier to a tidbit, and then you happen to go here is your self-worth will determine your net worth in your husband's eyes in the relationship. So if you don't I'm telling you, this is so key, because a lot of couples, whether it's male or female, and it's usually tended towards females based off of previous relationships or how they grew up for their esteem value. And they come in with this low self-esteem, and now the husband is trying to build that up. And now some men look at it as a tool or weapon to hold that female hostage in the relationship. You can't find anything better. I'm all you got. And before you know it, she goes into a deeper state of, I need him. So now that treasure becomes tarnished. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing this out there because this is real stuff, man.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Some people take a little too long. That's what Beyonce said.
Manipulation.
You must not know about me.
Listen, dude. But oh gosh, see, read on.
Number 4. Thou shalt hold thy wife's love by the same means that thou won it. Why is it that when we get in these relationships and we get married, that we don't do the same things that we used to do before we got married?
Things change. I said that things change.
And in my opinion, that goes both ways, male and female.
Yes.
Why don't we do, Cody's over here giggling, why don't we do the same things that we used to do before we got married?
It's called hook, line, and sinker. I done got you now.
Right.
Chuck like Chuck.
But that's crazy, because
I washed dishes the first week.
How do you plan to sustain? Like, now that I got you, you're going to get to meet the real me. You met my representative before. Now I can relax. But
the representative can only last for so long. To me, after 30 days, whoever you see after 30 days typically is the real them.
Come on, man. Cody, now you know good and well, y'all ladies could fake it for a long time. Y'all, that's trickery, man, for real. Like, y'all hold that mask for a long... And somehow we either blind to the fact or we just don't want to see it. And then when we get in, it's like, really?
Like, you didn't was for real? Like, you telling me you ain't cook? You don't cook for real? And you be like, wait, but she ain't cooked the whole time.
See?
She ain't cooked the whole time.
So, I mean, I don't know if I should blame you or blame myself. Blame myself,
that
man.
That just means y'all weren't paying attention to the red flags.
All right,
because
write that down,
9 times out of 10,
okay,
You're looking at it from a shallow perspective.
Dang. Okay, look, that's humble pie. That's a whole chunk right there. Ty, she right, dude. I'm sorry.
You be like, that's okay, but she fine though. She fine though.
All I can do is sigh. Exactly.
It's okay if she don't cook and clean. She fine though.
Yo,
she look good on my arm.
My girl don't need to cook, son. She get her nails done every week. You know what I'm saying? She don't wash no dishes.
Exactly.
Hey, babe, the dishes piling up.
Have to continue to do the same things that we used to do when we were first dating, when we first actually, when we first met, even sometimes when you first got married. You have to continue doing those, some of those same things. I know it sets, expectations sometimes where, when you're dating, you start to look forward to some of those things.
Did y'all document some of the stuff y'all did early?
Early in dating early in the marriage?
Early in dating.
Yes and no.
I'm thinking about that, like, really keeping a diary or some type of...
I catalog of what we've done, portfolio.
I keep stuff just because I like to do things that I like to surprise her with later, on down the line.
Or even going back to the pictures. Remember when, and then go.
I have ticket stubs and different things like that I have.
I think he saves every hotel room card. The entry card that you have to use to get into your hotel room. He saves a card of every hotel we've ever stayed in.
Pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know, but pretty much. But it's just.
And I'm like, what's the purpose?
And I actually, at one point in time, did put together a little digital book. I never gave it to her, but I did put together a little digital book of ticket stubs and hotel cards and things like that.
That's super cute.
Because it's it's things that you can go back and reminisce off of and pull back, to when you're going through some of those tough times, you can pull back from those things and say, or just to pull back and say, let's do these things again like we used to.
That's key. It's similar to scrapbooking, right? So it's a relationship scrapbook. And I mean, I'm going to start mine now. You got me excited. Just random stuff.
Or just like this past weekend, we ended up being kid free, which is great.
Listen.
So we spent an afternoon at Carowinds. It did things that, just he and I that we used to do while we were dating. Nice. And it was so much fun.
Yeah, so you have to go back and do some of the same things that you used to do back in the day. Number 5, thou shalt actively establish family discipline with thy wife's help. Cody, why are you snickering? Ephesians 6:4 says, as for parents, don't provoke your children to anger, but raise them with discipline and instruction about the Lord. So, as a blended family,
the Bible says, you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Like, hold on, let me read that again, Daddy.
Okay, as a blended family,
interpretation.
We deal with, discipline, because when we first got together, Cody disciplined, our daughter differently than I disciplined our boys. And I will say that, I've probably conformed more to her ways than she mine because I was a little aggressive because it was boys.
That's right.
Boys, you can jack them up. You can do things like that. You can yell at them, cuss at them, and all that good stuff. I know you're supposed to do all that, but, I've jacked my kids up.
Do not provoke your children to wrath.
I've scared them quite a bit. And see, there you go. But they know that I love them at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But again, like I said, I've sort of conformed to her ways. So again, to establish family discipline with the help of wife's help. So now she's helped me to realize, okay, babe, you don't have to yell in order to get them to do stuff. Or you don't have to do this in order to... I'm like, okay, and I've also been... I think that I'm some sort of help when it comes to discipline in the family, when it comes to our daughter as well, even though, they may think a little differently, but I think that I do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because you come from a male's perspective, and there are certain things that I just will not see or will recognize because I'm not a male. Right? So there's, she gets the best of both worlds. Sometimes I will say it cringes me when he disciplines at times, but not that he's doing anything wrong. It's just that mommy... that nurturing side of me that immediately wants to kick in and come to the rescue when I know I can't.
Cody, I'm going to pull a Bernie Mac on you. You and them pump ass parents. That's what you are. You pump parents. I'm not sick of y'all pump parents. I'm put them children. Yeah, put them children backside in there, you know. But listen, man. Dude, I'm not punking out when it comes to my kids, man. And Stats know it. And you know what? And then so I like that. And when she pulls me to the side, sometimes she thinks I'm about to go in, but I have that control where it's a factor of letting them know that this is the line. Yeah. But then when mom steps in, now it kind of diffuses it and goes, okay, now what? You know, so now they'll try you. And especially, watch this. You can ask Stats, it's paying off now. That 5 years ago, before it was chaos, it's paying off now because the fear of the Lord is in their heart. Like, oh my gosh, he may or may not throw me out that window. Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. So listen, they know the wrath is coming at some point. But really though, because it was like, it was threats, but then some of it was action because it was a stronghold, and it was like, look, don't play with me, dude.
Gotcha. And you have to let them know that.
You have to,
point,
man.
Because, like you said, at some point they will try you. And being a blended family, especially as a blended family, they try to pit parents to get parents. What I do over at mommy's house or what I do at daddy's house is different than what I do over here. So now I can go, but mommy lets me do that, or daddy lets me do that, or this, that, and you go, okay, that's not how we run in this house. You will respect everybody in this house and on the rules that we establish in this house the same. What you do at your mama's house, that's all fine, good, and dandy. What you do over here is something completely different. And you have to establish that with your spouse.
And one thing I noticed about the younger one, Bob, because things slacked off, you can notice that his attitude and everything is totally different. He's the worst. Like, you could tell he hasn't gotten his share of the beat downs. For real, you can tell. Okay. And he's one of those that'll try you at the last minute. The rest of them are like, dude, like,
you don't know the daddy that we know.
And then he looking like, y'all don't know the daddy I know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, it's time to tighten up on him. But now it's like, really, it's never too late. But it's like, dude, like.
No, I was reading, I've read the book Kingdom Parenting. Different levels of discipline, especially as your children age, is where, you know, invoking sparing the right. What are those things or activities that they, you know, TV gaming privileges systems. Or game wrong is different. But I know for mine, you take
when it came to music, my mother, and it was funny because, you know, I come from, so my mother would drop me off at my father's house, and I don't know what I did, and I bawled. The TV, hanging out with music. My gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there was times where they tried parenting. God has not traced, covers a lot of that, but at some times we'll see his wrath come, you know, in different areas. So to my point is that we still have to hold that stern rod at all times, because if not, your children will run them up. I just wanted to let my church folks know. Read your Old Testament and see how he took. I was trying to pull up some of that. Hey, he took folks out.
Yeah.
Number 6. Remember to do all the little things for thy wife when you say you will.
That's Matthew 5:37, which says, say only yes if you mean yes, and say only no if you mean no. If you say more than that, it is from the evil one.
Let your yea be yea, your no be no.
I will say, Ty has been, ever since I've known him, has truly been a man of his word. And I had to learn that from him, in the sense of, he's not going to tell you, yeah, babe, I'm going to do that, and then turn around and be like, well, I thought I could. He really takes an assessment right then and there. And if he's unsure, he's going to tell you, I'm going to try, or if I can't do it,
that's real.
You know, on this date, I'm going to get to it, you know,
under promise, over deliver. Love it.
Exactly.
We should say that we should take that same approach in our relationship.
We really do, and I've had to learn the hard way. Trust you me.
Now that you said it, I'm like,
I'm like, I'm a believer
Because
that you should be a person of your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you're, and it's okay that you can't.
But if she says it, do you, because she has maybe dropped the ball, do you play that in your head as a factor, or do you hold her accountable and say, if you say you're going to do it, do it? Because now that you say it, I'm thinking about it.
I'm not going to lie. I cringe when she says she's going to do something and she doesn't do it. I don't bring it to her attention because I'm just going,
but you should.
Yeah, but I know.
And it'll help keep me accountable. Granted, I'm not going to like it, but it's going to.
I know why I sleep at night.
But it'll help me keep me accountable, and it'll make me be more cautious of, okay, Nicole, assess this. Can you really, really do this? Because I have a big heart. A lot of times we're living in it now. I overcommit myself. And that's something I have to get better at.
And so there are times where I do take an assessment and go, okay, she's had a long day. Leave her, let her be. And she's laughing because... So Cody's mentioned this before, and I know we got to get through the rest of these. But Cody's mentioned this before on our show.
And it's 9 p.m.
Her libido is midday, and that's when it's at high peak.
Midday.
And so come the end of the day,
11:30 and 3.
So the end of the day, so midday, she's like, "Ooh, we need to get it in. Wait till you get home, we're gonna get it in." And I'm like, so all day I'm like, yes, we're gonna get it when I get home. Come the end of the day, she like, yo, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm like, yo, you done told me earlier, be a woman of your word. Like, come on.
And, so I've pulled back on, sending him those midday texts if I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to deliver this evening because my body is just all out of whack.
Dude.
Yeah, I know that was TMI.
No, listen, I'm just sitting here testifying like, yo, when my red lamp is on and I'm thinking, and then I come in and, everything's looking great, but there's eyelids closed and I'm sitting here like, this ain't going to happen. And sometimes it's my fault because there was a certain time frame that I had to be in there when the red light was on and I didn't make it in time. And look, listen. Okay.
Yeah. So you had your opportunity.
And he went out the door. Number 7. Keep thine eyes on thy own wife, not thy neighbor's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keep your eyes on your own wife.
Eyes on yourself.
Is that a struggle for us men in general, though?
Yeah.
We're physical. We like what we see. And so, not that we are lusting per se, but when somebody walks by, you kind of go,
That's not just for brothers. That's for women too.
Yeah, you're right.
Trust and believe.
Yeah, the focus is.
You said that a little bit.
Because it's human nature, but the focus has shifted because of the attire. Because I think the attire has a lot to do with it.
It does. Because
what do you mean by the attire?
Because it's sundress season.
The clothing that we wear. I told you that. I'm gonna keep saying it over.
So that's why you like to see me in sundresses,
dude.
And that's my thing. So Cody and I had this conversation the other day, babe. I know I can bet I'll put, and I don't even have this in my pocket right now, but I'll put $1,000 on the table right now to say I am not the only male that finds you attractive.
Listen.
I know that other guys find you attractive.
If they do, they don't. Right, they don't make it apparent. So I don't. It's not
except
like
for that one old man.
That old man doesn't count.
Or the man you told me about a long time ago at the gas station that made a comment. I was like, I told you, I'm not the only one that see. Mr. Entertainment.
They're always old men. That is not a compliment.
That's because the young ones know what's up. They know you got a husband that's right behind you.
And I think there's a respect value in a lot of relationships. Especially the ring. Those type things make a. Because I see it when women look at me, the first thing they go is they look at the hand and then their eyes kind of go or whatever. Mm-hmm. And for me it's the same thing. That's just a certain thing that respect value in the charm.
It has to be a level of respect regardless of what comes up. So number 8, thou shalt make every effort to see things from thy wife's point of view.
That's an interesting one. I'm surprised by that one.
So this one.
I'm surprised by that one.
So this one.
I'm surprised by that one.
So this. thing that they do, and look at something from their point of view. They may legitimately have, something in which they're a valid point in which they're trying to bring to you, instead of knocking it down and again feeling because you are the man of the house or the man of the relationship, her point isn't valid or anything like that. You should really try to take an opportunity to look at it from her point of view.
What's a female perspective? How do you think? Because I'm always thinking gung ho first. You think conservative. You think, okay, how much it's gonna cost? I don't look at none of that. Sorry, I'd be like ready.
I do. Okay. Yeah, I'm always very conservative.
So you're that back eye with a forward eye. Mm-hmm. There it is. Eye socket, eye forward.
There you go. There you go. Number 9. Thou shalt not fail to kiss thy wife every morning.
Seriously?
After brushing teeth.
Am I the only one that really don't care about that?
Oh, no, you have brush teeth.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not going all in. I'm not going to passionately do this, that. But I'm like, everybody got morning breath. So just go ahead and give it a kiss and go ahead and do what you're about to go do. Like, I'm not about to go all in. Like,
There's rules.
I'm just saying, but I think it is. I think it's honestly a good thing. But one, you never know what's going to happen once you walk out the door. Mm-hmm. Was before, what the conversation was before, So let your spouse know that you love them. She loves the forehead kisses.
I love the forehead kiss.
She loves Give me the luscious.
It's all.
Kiss her on the forehead. Don't get me wrong. I know it's those sentimental moments. I'll be like, give them lips.
Moving on.
Yes.
Thou shalt kiss your wives. Your wives appreciate it. And lo and behold, we all
their face off.
It all depends on
before and every morning, unless you're trying to be late for work.
Well,
I'm still wait. Can we so number 9 was it? I'm done.
Finish, because this is my favorite one.
Number 9 is it? Don't we got to end the show?
Yeah.
Thou shalt
not be stingy
with thy wife when it comes to money.
Yeah.
Why your face look like that, Mr. Entertainment?
Who wrote that?
Right.
And give me biblical on that. I bet you ain't got a scripture for that one.
Sure do. Esther 5:3.
Yes, we do.
I sure do.
Esther 5:3. Don't be stingy when it comes to the money, fellas. Jeez. I don't know who wrote this. It
was a man.
We got to figure this one out, Mr. Entertainment.
I told you I ain't seen my wallet in 15 years. Listen.
You hear that, babe? When the king asks, "What is bothering you, Queen Esther? What do you want to ask me? I will give you anything you ask for, even half of my kingdom."
I need scriptural context with that. I need to hear the backstory on that.
I was watching earlier some blasts from the past 80s and 90s shows, and I remember Married with Children. The intro, when Al Bundy sitting on the couch with his hand in his pants, and then his son Bud comes and he's getting ready. Peggy's sending him off out the door, and he has his hand out, so Al gives him some money, and he walks out the door. Then Kelly comes in, and she has her hand out. She gives Kelly. Kelly goes out the door, and then Peggy comes around the corner, and she has her hand out, and she just takes the whole wad out of his hands. Like, oh, come on! Like, where did this come from? That men must not be stingy when it comes to the money. I mean, I think we should take care of our wives. And, I think, the things that our wives need and the things that some of the things that they want, we should be, it's our job to be providers.
Half now or half later. Listen.
Yeah, we got to be providers.
I'd rather make payments. So yes, I'm gonna take care of her. Listen.
Y'all, those were the 10 commandments for husbands. We tried to shoot through them right quick. Next week, we will have the 10. It's wives' turns next week.
Yeah.
Next week, we will have, so it'll be our turn. We can get on them, Bo, and see what they got to give.
I want to know what we get.
Exactly. So y'all don't want to miss the show next Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. here on WB&D. If you have not downloaded the app, download the app. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can even go back and re-listen to this on YouTube, as well as WBNDradio.com, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, share this with your family, with your friends. Tell them to tune in as well. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will see you all next week on the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. Live purposefully.
Love purposefully.
Peace.
WBND Radio.
Thank you, Facebook.
This is
I was about to say something off the wall. Thank y'all, Facebook, for tuning in. I thought somebody said there might have been a blip somewhere in there, but so we appreciate y'all for sticking in.
Thanks
and
for hanging in
there with us. Again, we appreciate your comments. Don't forget to share the video with your family, share the video with your friends, share the video with your neighbors, your loved ones, even your enemies. Share the video, share Ty and Cody on Purpose with everyone that you know. We appreciate your love. We appreciate you for tuning in every Monday, as you are a part of our radio family and just a part of our family in general. We love you, and we will see you all next week. Ty and Cody on Purpose. Peace.
Are you cooking tonight?
Yes, if we're not going out tonight now.
How was your day?
Fine. How was your day?
Fine.
Do you want to go to a movie?
I'm good.
Does this look like your marriage? Does your marriage feel strained?
Do you feel like your marriage is slipping away? Is your communication not effective?
Reboot your marriage with the Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, where we're here to help guide and give you the tools you need to make your marriage healthy and successful.
Visit us at aplmcoaching.com.
Or you may contact us via email at coach@aplmcoaching.com, or give us a call at 888-466-6104. Live purposefully,
Love purposefully,
because your marriage matters.